everyone. Welcome to the afternoon session of the Bahamas Golden Jubilee Games. I'm Chris Saunders. Thanks for tuning in. Things are certainly heating up in these Bahamas games, both literally and figuratively. A record heat wave is being recorded across the globe, and we here in the Bahamas are definitely feeling it. The forecast calls for a sunny day today. Met Office officials say although the thermometer will show a high of 89 Fahrenheit, it will feel like 110. It's hard to imagine the sweltering temperatures are not impacting the performances of our athletes who are competing, especially in the outdoor venues. Who would have guessed that staying hydrated would be just as important as a game strategy as any other? We're encouraging everyone out there, including our own team members, to be very careful and stay in the shade as much as you can. So first, though, let's take a look at the medal count shaping up so far for the day. Grand Bahamas still up at 66 gold medals, 42 silver, and 34 bronze for a total of 142. This is a big surprise. Usually it's New Providence on top, but it is New Providence sitting in second spot with a total of 131 medals overall, with 40 gold, 52 silver, and 39 bronze. Columbus Isles just a little bit back with 16 gold, 11 silver, 28 bronze for a total of 55. Long Island has 9 gold medals, 17 silver, and 15 bronze for a total of 41. And rounding out the top 5 is Andros with 13 gold, 11 silver, 11 bronze for a total of 35 medals overall. Bimini with 1 gold, Michael with 2, Exum and Ragged Island with 1, Eleuthera with 3, and right now Abaco with 2 bronze medals overall. So again, we are got through most of day 5 onto day 6 now, and remember that total is going to definitely change. We're looking at a total number of medals. So just to put it into a little bit of perspective, Grand Bahama picked up 62 gold medals at aquatics, 38 silver and 31 bronze. New Providence picked up 30 gold, 48 silver, and 34 bronze. Columbus Isles had 15 gold medals, 9 silver, and 26 bronze. And Andros had 8 gold, 15 silver, and 15 bronze. All of that coming just from swimming. So again, track and field still around the corner, so a lot more hardware that can be picked up in these next 3 days at the Bahamas Games. Now, moving on, back in the 1980s, way back then, Fabian Whymns, a household name here in the Bahamas. He was among the elite athletes who carried the Bahamas' banner to international track meets across the world. The former Olympian also had the honor of competing in both the first and second editions of the Bahamas Games. He joins us now live in studio as we take a trip down memory lane. And just to point out, in case anybody asks, we did have color TVs back in that first games in '89. So Fabian, first let's talk about that first games. What was it like to be a participant there? Did you think that it was going to be as big as it was, or was it just something that you felt like, I guess we should do?
Anyway, thanks for having me here. Yes, I did. It was because it was new. We had a lot of track meets back in those days, but when you're at the Bahama Games and all the islands participating, I thought it was going to be big, and I was expecting it to be big.
Mm-hmm. Who did you represent it back there in both games? The first one and the second one?
Nassau.
For both?
For both.
What was that like to know that you were not only representing for the Bahamas, but representing New Providence? Was there added pressure back there too?
No, not really. Not really. It was exciting because it was the first game.
Right.
And at that time, I was expected to win, basically, so the 1 and 2. So it was exciting for me to be there. When I saw the crowd, you know, because normally we have a crowd, but the crowd was there those times, brought it up a lot. So I was very excited about being there and competing.
Did you win both?
No, I didn't. I didn't. I remember Bahama Games very well, because back then the first sprint event they had was the 200 meters. And I remember I was in lane 5. They had to jump first. And I remember getting on the blocks. And I was saying to myself, I'm going to kill these guys today. But I was feeling good. I was excited. I didn't have much competition, basically.
Who was in that final, back in that first one?
I can't remember all the guys' names, but one was Stanley, would be Joe Stiles, was up-and-coming sprinter. I think Anthony Smith back then, Harold, but I can't remember all the guys who was there. But for me, when the gun went off, I know I was gone because I was in 5 and there was 3 of the guys in front of me. And I catch them in the first 50 meters. And when I came off of the bend, I injured myself right by the 100-meter mark. And I just remember making a little hop.
Right.
And I peeped over to find out how far the guys was, because I was going to stop, really. And when I saw that I had a good lead, I continued going. And when I got by the 50, the pain hit me again. And when I say hit me, I mean it was a serious pain, one in the groin area. And every time my right leg hit the track, I felt like something was sticking me. And so I was slowing down, and I could hear the crowd screaming.
Right.
That means the guys behind me was coming. And unfortunately, Joe Sal catch me right at the tape. They said we were at the same time, but they said he won the race, and I came second. So I was excited, but then started at the same time because I got injured.
Right.
Matter of fact, for my career, that was the last time I ran an individual race. Because the injury took me almost a year to heal.
Wow. So when you came back in the second games, you ran just a relay?
Just a relay, in the second games.
And you represented New Providence again?
Again, yeah.
That was, again, that had to mean something for you to be representing New Providence back then. I know you had represented the Bahamas a few times at that point.
Right. Well, I didn't know much about the other islands, really. So to have a choice if I can run for any particular island. But I can't remember. I guess because I was born in Nassau, I grew up in Nassau.
You didn't know anything else?
Right. That's why I ended up on the team. I would have liked to run for another island, just for competition-wise, but I ended up in New Providence.
Looking at it now, does it hit you how important it was back in '89 with the first games? Does it hit you now how important it was to national development and the development of sports right now? Yes,
it definitely does, because, especially for the younger ones, because you don't know where you're at in the country sometimes, and you don't know how you are with the international athletes. So it's a good frame for especially the young ones to compete. For the real elite athletes, not so much, because if you're so much on top, you don't much people to compete against. But then it's good for the country to see the best athletes compete with the other local ones.
Looking at it now, what is your expectation for the further development of Bahamas games? I know we had a 20-some-odd-year hiatus. What do you think is the next step? Do we need to keep it at 3 years to keep that national development going, not only for track and field, but sports overall?
I think they should. Because, again, sport is so good in so many different ways, especially for the kids to get development. It helps them, in life itself. And then education-wise, a lot of kids in many of the sports could hopefully get a scholarship. And what this does is that for some kids who's not really known, this could help bring them out. Because a lot of people who compete in Bahamas games, some of them never competed before.
Right.
And this is one way to find out either what sport you could get into. And sometimes some of our kids compete in more than one sport.
Right.
So it's definitely a door opening, and even for the coaches to find talent.
To find talent, yeah.
Right,
I think that's one of the major thrusts that Minister Bethel had back then, was to look forward to identifying talent while bringing the Bahamas together.
Correct.
All right, so we're going to get ready for track tomorrow, but first, this morning we saw the final 2 matches of the soccer competition. Shane Stubbs was out there at the RALD Stadium.
Men's soccer action coming to a close here today at the Roscoe Davies Field, as the final 4 men would battle to determine medal status. Now the title would stay here in the nation's capital, as the Nassau Buccaneers would finish first in the standings with a total of 12 points. Here's Coach Dion Peterson and Larry Noel on the win.
Just a positive attitude, keeping our heads up all the time, telling us that there's no matter what, clean sheet, goals, all we are for is a win. That's it, number 1.
Oh, this one is special because I got like a whole brand new set of guys. The last time I played, I coached, it's a whole different set of guys now. So this one is very special, just guiding them through their first Bahamas games. This was special to me. We were positive going in, and that's the kind of attitude that you have to go into the competition with. But we were lucky, we kept a clean sheet. No one scored a goal against us throughout the entire tournament. So I think that's a major accomplishment for us. It was a great experience, and we really enjoyed, the guys really enjoyed, being a team and participating in this Bahamas games.
The Abaco survivors would secure the silver at this year's games, totaling 7 points. It's been a battle, but team captain Rolpenchi Farasine and coach Max Thurville say they are Abaco strong.
We know it's going to be a tough game today. Freeport, Luch was coming out for us today. They had to win today, actually, but we went with defense, actually, today. We went more with defense today. And we're looking for some assistance, if we can get some assistance from the FIFA, whatever, or the BFA, assistant with the organization to help us in Abaco. After the storm, we didn't really have nothing left installed, and we're trying to get it back together this year.
It was a hard-fought win against Lucho, a good team. So we get the silver medal. It was a good thing for Abaco to go back Abaco. Abaco strong. We just waiting for our next tournament. Abaco strong all the way.
And finishing with the bronze was the Eleuthera Adventurers. Despite disappointments with the format, Coach Derek Smith and Captain Jean-Francois enjoyed the experience.
We just went by a point system, and I think everyone was anticipating maybe first play fourth and second play third. We were looking for a few more games. I think that could actually be improved because a lot of people were looking for almost like a playoff. But we had a great time, and I'm grateful for being here.
Being with this group of guys, they are young, they are talented. We draw 1-1, but we could have done better in the game. Overall, I think we did pretty good. We did well, which we could have done better, like I say. But hopefully next year we could come together and win it.
The day will culminate with all the teams receiving their medals. On the women's side, taking the gold medal was New Providence. Taking second place was Grand Bahama, and third place went to Abaco. In terms of individual awards, on the men's side, Thajay Smith of New Providence will win the Golden Glove. The Golden Boot Award went to Ronaldo Green, and the Golden Ball went to Jean Tilo. On the women's side, Melina McClure of New Providence will receive the Golden Glove. The Golden Boot Award went to Kenyanique Thompson, and the Golden Ball went to Phoebe Wilton of Grand Bahama. Listen, all the teams here played their hearts out, and now Nassau will look forward to the next Bahamas games for their title defense. For the Bahamas games, I'm Shane Stubbs.
All right, Shane, thanks a lot. As we said, a lot going on today. The evening games for basketball will get started at about 6 o'clock. It will be in women's competition, 6 o'clock at the D.W. Davis Gym. Exuma will take on Columbus Isles. Also same time at the Kendall Isaacs Gym, New Providence ladies face off with Grand Bahama. The 7:30 game will be Eleuthera taking on Grand Bahama at D.W. Davis. And also 7:30, New Providence men will take on Abaco men at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. So again, like we said, a lot going on right now. Basketball action did get started yesterday at the D.W. Davis Gym in men's and ladies play. We've been on the ground with scores at the hour. Our Jay Philippe has a quick recap on those last two games.
One of the key games from yesterday was the matchup between Grand Bahama and Andros. Team Grand Bahama won that game 69-61, led by Trevor Bain with 20 points.
After 3 months of practice, it's good to be able to play a real game. We were up by 10, by 15. They made their run. We had a chance to change our defense. We played a little bit of man-to-man, a little 3-2. The first game is a process. It's learning your players in real competition. We're going to be good. I think we just wanted to get one out of our belt, and we're going to be pretty good in this tournament.
It was the first game for Andros, but Coach Danny Pratt says he still has hopes for his team.
Everybody came a little kind of jittery and whatnot, and we put up a good fight to the end, lost by 8 points. We missed about some 15 free shots. But overall, I was kind of pleased with the turnout and the effort the guys have made.
In attendance was Member of Parliament for South and Central Andros, Leon Lundy, who was cheering for his hometown team.
It's an awesome thing. I can tell you my guys are elated to be here. They're looking to compete and to win. Definitely we're out here just trying our best and showing the country that Andros is strong.
Back to more action earlier today. Abaco got their third win in less than 24 hours, defeating Columbus Isles 74-52.
Just need our guys to come out, do what they need to do, execute, run, pass the ball, be unselfish, and I like our chances.
Columbus Isles coach not necessarily happy with the results.
Today we were short-handed, no excuses, but we played a hell of a game. We played much better than yesterday, Down the stretch we ran out of gas, and they were able to beat us with a full-on roster.
We started off a little, sluggish today, but managed to pick it up at the end, which is good. So leading in tonight, playing New Providence tonight, so we got to take that same energy into tonight.
Abaco is expected to play again versus New Providence, while Columbus Isle will take on McCall tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. Reporting at this year's Bahamas Jubilee Games, I'm Jay Philippe.
All right, Jay, thanks a lot. As we said, a lot going on right now. We're presumably going to head live to basketball. Not sure. We're going to head to Kendall Isaac's gym right now, where it looks as if New Providence men taking on, I think that's Columbus Isles, not quite sure, but let's take in some of the action here in the third at the Kendall Isaac's gym.
Runner is no good, rebounded Cox. Saunders, great pass ahead to Cartwright.
He's going to Florida. No, he's going to Miami.
one too many steps for Cartwright. Excellent pass from Saunders. Great vision, but
another turnover.
Don't know what happened to Adderley on that one. 4-on-1 opportunity.
Anthony Saunders with the lead.
Long Island has to be careful in this moment right here.
Good veteran move there by Walk.
Come away with a basket, but that was looking a bit tenuous. Michael getting a few easy baskets. Shoulders of Long Island players starting to slump back. That usually just leads to a run being extended.
And they're resting Sean Strong and some of their players. Now Matthew Saunders giving a good push off the bench with a second consecutive basket.
Nothing is worse than when you're trying to get back into a game and the baskets just come so easy for the opposite team and you have to scratch and fight and claw to get a score, and their backup guard is just coming in and hitting jump hooks.
But they're screaming for the basketball, but they're not shooting. There you go. Shoot the ball.
Adderley
wide
for
open.
three from the corner. His second three of the ball game.
This will go down to who has what's left down the stretch. There you go. That's what you don't want. Give it up. Good. But take your time. Let them get back in the play. There you go.
And walks
2 threes
for three.
back-to-back.
Back-to-back threes for Long Island, and every time you think they're out, they're pulling themselves back in. Wondering how long Michael is going to go with so many of their bigs on the bench. Because their greatest advantage, Cartwright there with the finish, they have a size advantage across the board in the front court, and that was very apparent over the first 3 quarters. Decided to go over the first 2 quarters, sorry. Decided to go small here in the third. Knowles, no look pass. I'm telling my big brother, you need to hit that. You need to hit that. I just gave you a no-look pass.
Look, you know, the ride home would be like, look, that pass I gave you at the top of the key, I would hit that every day.
I need you to make that.
And his teammate Bill saying, okay, the shot is not falling. Attack.
Adderley, 3, short. Knowles,
good tip in there by
misses, but Dan Rad tips it in.
He said, brother, I got you.
I got you. I'll just do it myself. Don't worry about the assist. Just put it up there, I'll go get it. Bell with the no look to Saunders. That's Bell full head of steam, pull up jumper, no good. Rebounded Cox. Cox has been playing the 5 and more than holding his own. Beetle. Dangerous pass.
Hard pass.
Can't float that kind of pass near the sidelines.
Now it looks like reinforcements have started to enter the game. Kamado Seymour entering for Torrent and Cox.
So Seymour checks in. Other 4 stays the same for Michael. Long Island will keep the same 5 on the floor. Excuse me, keep the same 4 on the floor. McPhee checks in and misses the 3. Not really his game. Simonet. Lots of contact on their way to the basket. This is the epitome of letting them play. And Seymour called for the offensive foul.
And they got a tech on the bench. They're staring down the official.
With some of the things that went on that play, I don't know how you call a foul for anything. That was a lot. But refs determined when they had enough or when they decided that enough is enough.
They've had enough.
So after all of that, Walks will go to the line. He will shoot the tee.
So that one is good. So they're chipping away here, Ronaldo. You know, they were down 10, almost 10 just a while ago, and now they're chipped it back to 3 here with 1:30 left in the third quarter. So they're making a run at it.
The back-to-back threes from Adderley and Walks was really a turning point because at that moment that game looked like we could be headed.
Looked like we could be headed for a blowout.
Right. That helps things to pick up on the other end of the floor. Their defensive intensity picks up. Now they're down by just a single possession.
Bad pass.
Malik Pierre again. Simonet takes the 3.
And it's good.
That one is good. That one from NBA range. Joshua Simonet. Good looking 3 for him from the wing to bring an end to that brief Long Island run. And again, in the passing lanes, that time is Saunders, but Walks is there to control. Ooh, might have gotten away with one.
Yeah.
Knowles is catching the ball too many times beyond the three-point liner in
But
the
he
high
knocks
post.
down the 3.
All right, I'll shut up now.
And now he tiptoes down to the paint.
You know what? You're a professional. Jason Bell on the try.
And shot is good.
The young players for this Michael team have not shied away when they have checked into this ball game.
No fair whatsoever. The hoop and the arm.
Whether it's Saunders, whether it's Pierre, whether it's Bell, they have come into this game and have made an immediate impact. And you know what? I get why they went small.
And they're not backing down, and they're putting pressure on the ball now, full court. So they've found out that. Oh wow! What a play from Seymour! By Seymour going to the floor.
I don't know how he got that shot up. He doesn't know how he got that shot up, but it worked.
Wow!
And just like that,
I would like to see that one on replay. That was a tough finish.
Just like that, we have an 8-point lead again.
And he converts.
A 9-point lead again.
9-point lead now. 5-0 run now by Michael finishing this quarter. And it's so important to finish quarter strong. Good pass.
McPhee again for 3.
Good shot.
Gets one to go.
When they have good ball movement, they're getting good shots. When the ball sticks is when they get stuck in offense. And that's a big shot there.
And Bell answers.
He says, I see you 3 and I will raise you 3.
What a finish from both of these teams to end that third quarter.
I see your 3 and I'll raise you 3. Bell with the big bang at the end of the third quarter.
And if that third is any indication...
All right, so right there, Michael leading Long Island 64-55, the fourth quarter coming up. Again, I'm still here with Mr. Whymns from the very first Bahamas games. As we get ready for track competition that starts tomorrow, do you have any real expectations of what you want to see, what you expect to see tomorrow, starting tomorrow?
Yeah, I like the competition. I like to see that more of the islands be more competitive than Nassau. I hope they spread the athletes out equally so we have a better competition.
When you say better competition, what do you mean? Better times, better performances, what?
Better performance. I would like to see somebody winning the race by 10 or 20 meters. You know, I like to see close up 3 and 4 archers coming across the line at the same time.
So you're looking forward to the 1s, 2s, and 4s?
Mostly, but I like this competition in all events.
All right.
You know, I like the younger ones be more competitive, or be more competitive with the senior athletes.
Right. So this year they're going to have not only the under 17, but an open competition. Do you think that that's add a little bit more of a dynamic to it? The fact that you have the under 17 competition along with the straight open competition?
Yes, because some of the kids who under 15, you figure that, they're not up to power with the ones 19, 20, 21. So yes, that would help a lot to give them more opportunity to compete.
Do you think that there's a distinct possibility that we could come out with identifying a Chris Brown, a Shanae Miller, and Pauline Davis-Thompson out of these games? Do you think that that's a possibility?
I think the high school nationals is more than this. The question is, how many athletes will actually come out to compete? Because, you know, it's July.
Right.
And what happens is that after high school nationals, what do the kids do from then to now? Keeping them competitive. And then how many of the Family Island athletes actually came over for this event? So, yes, I would like to see that, but I think the high school national, I think we see more of that than this meet.
Than this one?
Yeah.
But you're hoping that we do continue with this on a 3-year or maybe even 2-year cycle to keep that excitement up?
2, 3. 3 years is far apart. And then it's back, I guess it could come down to expense.
Right.
To do that. I guess the reason why they've gone to 3 years instead of 2. But getting the Family Island athletes more opportunity was important. Because we have so many talents in the Family Islands. The question is, how often do they get to compete?
Right.
Because they come over for high school nationals or they come over for Griffith trials. But it's so much weekends throughout the year. So we got to find a way to give them more competition.
All right, we'll talk a little bit more about that as we go on through the afternoon. Again, we're going to head back to the Kendall Isaacs gym, where right now it is Mical taking on Long Island. Mical up 64-55 as we start this 4th quarter.
At that point, he's out of control, so you just let him go and rebound the basketball, but they bail him out.
And Ricardo Pierre and Manny Adderley must have heard us on the bench, because in checks Sean Strawn. He will replace Simonet, and they will stay with the 3-guard lineup. Pierre, Bell, and Saunders. Adderley, good-looking free throw on the first.
Too good. Very good looking shot.
Strawn gets it on the baseline. Bell, corner 3, off the mark, rebounded Knowles. Adderley pulls up for 3 off the front rim. Saunders now finds
Good
Pierre
pass.
in the corner.
Right in the shooting pocket.
Back rims it, Bell rebounds it. Second shot opportunity for this Mical offense. Takes to Sean's screen. Saunders' floater is good.
These guards for Mical really wreaking havoc right now.
So off the screen, Matthew Saunders with the floater. Pushes this lead to 9.
Look like they're in a little matchup.
Where's the easy basket going to come from for Long Island?
Wow, that's not the shot you want, not the possession you want. Late in the game.
All you got to do is switch to Knowles' guys.
One up and one down. They say just do the ring play. One nose going for 2 nose.
It would work.
And it would work.
So Malik Pierre goes to the line now. Looking to get into double figures.
First one's good.
3 for 3 from the line. Hopefully I don't give him the announcer's jinx. I was waiting until after he shot it. I should have waited.
Yeah, there it goes.
Of course I did. Inside destroying, doesn't take it.
Better adjustment though. He wasn't able to drive it to the basket. There you go, shot clock. But the Micah bench is cruising. They're not saying anything on the bench.
Yeah, and even the players on the floor, you can't give it to your big man with with the shot clock running down like that. Nobody communicates. Seymour's not the guy that's just going to put up a quick shot.
Oh, no. So Pierre getting good passes on this. Pierre stops and pops. No good.
Off the mark.
Rebound almost
to Cox. Cox was the last one to touch it. Ball will go over to Long Island. Adderley finds McPhee in the corner. Made one earlier. Misses that one. Misses everything.
It's not a good possession for Long Island.
They've had a few bad possessions now. Really struggling to score.
Wow, good move there by Sean.
And he is back at it, picking right up where he left off. Whenever he's back into the game, he's doing the same thing. Now up to 17, lead up to 12. Adderley takes another 3. Long Island right now going away from everything that got them into the ball game whenever Michael was making a run. Now they're chucking up threes, they're going one-on-one, and the lead just continues to balloon.
They've pretty much run away from everything that was working. And I said it a few times that anytime Giorgio walks or Danrad knows does not touch the ball, it has been a disaster for Long Island. And they have to notice that those are the guys that are making the plays. They're going to make everybody else around them better. So in order for them to try to cut this lead down, and even with Adderley, most of Adderley's wide open threes were when they put the ball down low to nose. So they have to realize what's working and try to make it happen in this last 4 minutes. They have 4 minutes to make a run.
The problem offensively is that Knowles isn't anywhere near the interior on the offensive end. Every time we see him catch it, he's on the wing beyond the three-point line, or he's the one bringing the ball up the floor. He's never operating from the mid-post or even the low post.
And I like now the move by the coach. I don't know if it's deliberate, but he's now went small to match Michael. So I'm happy to see that he's now trying to match up. Shots up, no good.
I think he just took out Danso because he was missing shots.
It could be.
That one, not my fault.
That one good. Look much more fluid.
13-point lead, approaching the 4-minute mark here in the fourth. Long Island running out of time. They need to make a move now.
Double. And they're making it a little bit too hard on themselves now. One-on-one is not going to win you a game. One-on-one will not win you this game.
Adderley called for the double dribble.
And a lot of times they drive, they have a man wide open on the wing, but they don't reverse the court.
All right, so we're having some transmission problems there at the Kendall Isaac Gym right now. Michael up. It looked as if last check 70-57. It seemed like a pretty close game for a very close while, but they pulled away 72-57 right now. We're back with about 3:15 to go at the Kendall Isaac Gym. Let's head back now for the last 3 minutes.
But this one dropped for Audley. That one is a charge.
Simonet calls for the charge. Aggressive move. He finishes. But Knowles is able to draw the charge. 3:05 left to play. This is something we haven't seen since early in the game. Smith, who actually came in and was a key disruptor for them on defense, but was absent for about 2 quarters.
That's a good pass.
And that's the first time Knowles has been in the interior for what feels like about 2 quarters. Spins inside. Seymour tries to draw the foul. That one just short arms and Cox all the way.
This one is getting out of hand.
Yeah, the energy, the effort that was there from Long Island just seems as if it's just not sustainable.
Oh, and wow.
Adderley
seems to have found something late here in the game. I would ride the hard hand now. Looks like Adderley has found something. Back door.
Like you said,
good move.
That play came off.
And another 3-pointer.
Simonet with the 3, but even Adderley's 3 wasn't him just going one-on-1.
That's correct. Downhill with a kick.
But all went for naught because Simonet just answered him for 3 of his own.
Will Adderley heat check? I was going back to Adderley for the heat check.
Kicking Knowles inside for 2. Pierre on the drive. Tries to leave it for Seymour, but McPhee intercepts. Smith on the drive.
And now they go on the 6-0, look like a 4-6-0 run.
10-point ball game, 1:30 left to play.
Oh, wow. Force him into, will this be a knockdown? Wow. Adderley has found something. And I don't know why he shot it. I kept saying early in the game that Adderley was wide open on the wing when Chicken drove to the basket, but they just couldn't get him the ball. But looks like Adderley now found something late here in the 4th quarter. And that one looks like a charge again. Donrod Knowles drawing another charge.
Simonet is trying to fly.
Simonet and Seymour are forcing the ball in low.
He's trying to fly and dunk over everybody, but Knowles, smart defender, is just drawing 2 consecutive fouls on him.
And I don't know, this is almost like 3 consecutive plays that Donrod is taking the charge. Stop in that mid-range and hit that little floater or hit that little mid-range jumper. Force him to come out. If he wants to sink down in the paint, leave him down in the paint and stop for that little mid-range jumper and make him pay.
It's subtle things like that how you can tell a D1 defender.
That's correct.
You can tell he's been trained to make that play. It's routine.
He sinks down in the post. He waits for you to drive. If he doesn't see you pick up the ball, then he knows that you're coming straight at him. He's going to square up and take the charge. But players have to learn to make that adjustment. When you see a guy set up in the paint, he's already set up down low. Just take that little mid-range jumper and force him to have to come out next time.
So 1:12 for Long Island to pull off what may be considered a miraculous comeback. Skip pass goes to Smith. He loses the handle, and that may put an end to anything we thought was going to happen. Saunders on the run out. Dangerous play. Smith is going to get called for a foul. Did not give Saunders space to land on that layup. Wow. Saunders came away okay. And that could have been a bad foul. Looks like they're calling it. They're going to call it unsportsmanlike. You have to give the defender space to line on that play. Smith undercut his legs. Simonet inside. Slams it home, and that is how Michael is going
exclamation mark
to end this one. I know Simonet was thankful that Knowles wasn't in the way that time.
Oh, steal now.
They throw it away.
No impediment. Darlington Cox tried to catch a body.
What is Adderley doing?
I don't know what Adderley was thinking.
What is Adderley doing?
I don't know what Adderley was thinking. I was going to just run out the way and let him do what he had to do.
That is the perfect time to do Matador Ole defense. You just run by.
Just run by and say, go ahead. You're already up 11.
He caught Torrey at the right time.
Yep.
Torrington caught from a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah, that would have been the two-hand slam on top of his head. Torrey still has a smooth stroke. Knocks down 2. So that should put a cap on it here. Michael looks like they will pull off this win, which now puts Long Island into a very, very, very tough position in their pool. And another steal there. Donrod doing a little bit too much. Malik Pierre lays it in easily, teasing us. I thought he was going to throw it down 2 hands. Malik giving us a little bit of tease, just wrestling it in with the flush.
Malik saying, I played just about this entire game. He only getting that. Chester McPhee, though.
Chester McPhee showing his hops and giving us a one-handed slammer, but that's the way it went. 85-72. Michael over Long Island. Thought that Long Island had it there for a minute, but they just let it get away. They did not have what it took down the stretch to get it done.
So Michael dispatches Long Island 85-72. It was close up until the very last 3 minutes, but then Michael pulled away to pick up that win in men's basketball at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. Looks as if it's going to be a Michael Long Island day as we're going to head over to softball in men's competition, I believe, where they are competing in that same discipline, the same 2 teams. It's the men, Long Island taking on Michael. Long Island up right now, 2-zip in the bottom of the first, no out.
And he too
ground out the third base.
The first pitch, and that's the throw over there in time. Runners unable to advance there.
That's a good stop there by Cheetah Miller of Long Island. She runners barely saw the ball.
Yeah. Quick out there, so 1 away. Runners still at second and third as Thomas Davis tries to pitch himself out of it. And here's the cleanup man, Sidney Neely. Swings at the drop ball and does not make contact, strike 1. He didn't look good on that last pitch.
Not at all.
Golden opportunity here for Mike Cal, though, to try and get a run on the board or at least even tie the game on a base hit. Rodney Forbes runs well. He would score on anything past the infield. And strike 2 as Thomas is bearing down now.
And I guess they call him guns for a reason.
Yeah, oh yeah. He lets it go. He fires it all in there. 2 strikes now. Quickly 0-2. He's utilizing the drop ball here. 2 of them back to back. He's got Dino on his heels. Were it me here, I'd go up the ladder here. No, he throws him another drop ball. Down he goes. Straight 3 up, 3 pitches, 3 strikes. See you later. 2 gone now. Oh, that's 1 gone, sorry. Oh, he pounds the bench as he goes to the dugout.
Not happy about that.
2 away, and now he's going to take a hit here from DeKyle Roll, third baseman for Mike Cal. Now DeKyle always talks that he can hit anything. That's his chant. So we'll see. Strike one. He was still doing his backswing. Did you see that? He was still doing his backswing, and
you don't have the time to.
Ball's already had to catch his glove. You don't have time to do all that waving at the bat stuff.
So the guy got to look at the fast pitch to see what he can do with it now. He's probably ready.
Yeah, still waving that bat though. Now he comes still. Swings it one down in the dirt. What was he thinking there? He almost thought like he wanted to run.
He just wanted to put the ball is coming so fast that he just wanted to swing the bat to get it across the plate, hoping that he makes contact.
I don't think he saw that though. He had his mind make up the swing. His mind was made up. I'm going to start this thing early and hope I hear tink. 0-2. And
there
he goes
again, and
that's going to be strike 3. Throw down to first base, and that's going to be, I think, it. Yes, sir. He did go. Yes, sir. There it is. Yeah, there was no doubt in my mind he went on that pitch, and that's correct. He made the right call. He did go. DeKyle's going to argue it, but come on, boy. You know better than that. As the umpire says, I heard better music and still ain't dance. Speaking of music, they're playing some good music here at the stadium. Good old down home rake and scrape.
Absolutely, and as we get later and later into the day, the
crowd starts to build up.
They're piling up. They're piling up.
Had somebody message me a little while ago. What's the schedule? They still playing? Yes, sir. They're still playing. Come on down. So Mike Cal threatens but can't push one across. And our score remains 2-0 in favor of the Sheep Runners of Long Island. We'll head to the top of the second. It'll be Gino Adley coming up, the DP, followed by Lovano Cartwright and Blake Carroll for Long Island.
Long Island had some pretty good hits earlier today as well. They were able to make some contact to get to beat Grand Bahama. And like I said, this is their second game of the day.
Yes.
And they are coming back hoping to be fresh, but obviously the sun that they played in today was not refreshing. And so that may have taken a toll on them.
It may have an effect as this game goes on.
It may have, but we'll see how this thing goes.
And digging into play now into the plate, Gino Adley facing off against Jerome Hanna. Strike one. So Hanna would like nothing more than to get a quick 1-2-3 here and get off this field. Trailing by just 2 runs. Big swing. Strike 2. Nothing and 2 here against the hitter, Gino Adley. Up high, missing for a ball. 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. And here comes the pitch from Hanna. And he swings after a high fastball, can't make connection, and so that's the strikeout. So 1 away for Long Island. As you get deeper into this lineup, it's you get by the first 4 hitters here for Long Island, it starts to get a little weaker in terms of the hitting. Let's see if Lovano Cartwright can do anything. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it away.
Nickname Shiesty in the batter's box.
Well, I guess Shiesty's better than being a shyster. That's, you know, that has not good connotations. Lovano Cartwright Shiesty in the batter's box facing off against Jerome Hanna.
That one is high.
Let that one go high, and count runs full. Count runs even, 1-1. I see a lot of cars starting to drive into the area now as the work crew is all over, making their way to the ballpark. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cartwright.
That one is a swing and a miss.
He cut on it. He had some bad intentions, but
he would have hit that one out the right side.
Yeah, he was a little tardy on it. That would have been, indeed, shooting it the other way. Catcher sets up on the inside. Let's see if he can hit a spot here.
That
down to shortstop, fires over, and
Good
just
throw.
in time for the out.
So solid infield play from Michael so far. Able to make a few stops and get the throw over to first.
Dino Sweeting able to field it cleanly and get the throw over. Jordan Gibson reaching out and grabbing it for the out. And here comes Blake Carroll. Go inside, jumps out of the way for a ball.
Carroll making sure that he's right in there on the plate.
Yeah, he's really riding that plate. Now he's ahead in the count, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. As Hanna trying to get out of this without giving up any runs. That's a strike.
Sure, that's that outside pitch. You're going to get that call if he keeps it there. Umpire's been pretty consistent with that
you would
call.
think you would get a steady die to that very same pitch. Why not? If he's giving you, if they're giving you that edge, keep going as far out as you can until he stops calling it there.
Jammed him up on the inside, foul ball.
2-2 now. The count runs even. So Carroll now digs back in. And here's the pitch.
Got it.
Gets him swinging. So down he goes on strikes. 1, 2, 3 they go, and nothing doing in this top half of the second for Long Island. It'll be Mike Cal coming back up. They trail it though, 2-0 in their early goings. We got ourselves a good one brewing here at the Bankers Field as softball activities continue here at the 6th edition of the East Bahamas Games.
I think things have been going pretty well so far in terms of all of the sporting disciplines that we've seen. Baseball and softball is what I've been mainly covering, but as far as the other sporting disciplines, basketball is happening now. We got track and field starting in the morning, and things have been going pretty well. The boxing also getting underway tomorrow as well, and so we still got a long way to go, but nearing to the end of this thing.
Yeah, you know, and I gotta say, despite it all, and you know, a lot of stuff prior to these games getting started, right? But you know, I'm glad they were able to get them rolling, and since that has happened, I think the interest has certainly started to build as word of mouth gets around. Hey, these are actually going on.
Things are happening.
You're seeing people coming out and watching the events. Basketball, softball, always one of those sports that draws fan interest. And so with those two sports now getting underway, we're going to definitely see an uptick, I would think, in fan participation, which is what we've seen here at basketball for softball. And I understand they've had some pretty good crowds over at the gym now for basketball as well. So here we go. Mike Cal, Arian Seymour at the plate. So Arian Seymour batting now. Puts it into play right back to the pitcher. Thomas feels his position well. And know, one tapper back there and over the first base, out number 1. Seymour upset with himself, thought he should have made better contact than he did. And here's Jordan Gibson now. Big Jordan Gibson, the first baseman. He's the backup catcher for this Mike Cal team. He and Kieron Sands sharing duties there. Jordan, big strong kid, can put a charge into one if you miss across the plate. Takes ball 1.
Still have a few more games coming up later in the day at the 6 o'clock hour. The women fast pitcher Grand Bahama will take on Columbus Isle. And also at the 7 o'clock hour, 7:25 in the men's play, Exuma will take on Columbus Isle. And later on in the night, we'll have New Providence women taking on Eleuthera. And the feature game of the night we'll see in the men's fast pitch, New Providence also taking on Eleuthera. So quite a long way to go, and I think 4 more games left before we call day 2 of softball at an end.
2-0. That's a strike for sure. Right down the heart. He was taken all the way. Jordan Gibson, the first baseman for Mike Cal, trying to become a base runner here. So they look to break through against Thomas Davis. That's going to miss down the way, 3-1. And Davis obviously understands that Jordan can hit. So he's being careful here. He's not trying to put anything across the plate for him to hit it. It's going to get him to try and chase his pitch. But down 3-1 the count, he may give it a little bit, and that's probably what Jordan is hoping for. That's strike 2.
Outside pitch. It's just been, they haven't been able to do anything with it.
Well, that ball got on him so quickly. By the time Jordan pulled the bat back, it was already in the glove. It was at this point he realized. And he took a little something off. The changeup gets him out in front. And that's a strikeout for Thomas. And Jordan, you see him shaking the head. He heads back to the dugout there. Thomas Davis pulls the string and gets the strikeout for out number 2. And Kieron Sands will try his luck now. With 2 outs, Davis fouled off and able to foul away.
There you have Guns,
Davis now saying
directing
the outfielder. Yes, so he's not going to come around now. He said gives him the thumbs up, so he likes what he's seeing out there.
Yeah. Taking control of the infield and the outfield. Hey, I see the direction this one is going in.
Yeah.
And he pulled him a little to the left.
Big swing, and he comes up empty, and he realizes they're not probably gonna pull it. So tell the right side to be ready. It's more likely gonna come your way. But he's ahead in the count, 0-2, and it's not a good spot to be in against Davis here. Calling the strikeout. I'm just saying.
That one hit high in the air. On that pitch or the one after?
Well, well, now it's going to be the one after. Well, the over-under, though. I'm taking the over-under.
Kieron Sands, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the pitch.
Make me a liar, Kieron. Get on base. There's a strikeout. There it is. So
well, you had pretty good odds there. You had pretty good odds there.
Yeah.
And that will retire the side for Long Island, and they will head back in the batter's box, and Mike Cal will head to the field as we're now going to the top of the third
inning. And so this one's going by pretty quickly.
Pretty quickly. That's what happens when it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Innings closed. Stay tuned. We have more softball action coming.
All right, so you're watching live action at Bankers Field in men's softball here at the 2023 Bahamas games. Mike Cal up 2-0 on Long Island. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. You're watching continuous coverage of Bahamas Games 2023.
Now is the time to start living the life you've always dreamed of. Purchase that new car. Consolidate debt. Make your house a home. Or switch your mortgage to lower your monthly payments. And BOB will be with you every step of the way to help you live your very best life. With the lowest consumer loan rates in the country, we are BOB, your bank of solutions.
The most important thing in life is family, and whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
From those who are up before the sun, from those who are not afraid to get their hands dirty, from those who earn it from the sweat of their brow, through cuts and bruises, long hours in the scorching heat, we are dedicated to creating a cleaner Bahamas for all. From those who bleed these colors, just like you. Standing on the shoulders of those who came before us, there's no way we can fail. Although the road was not easy, we got through it together. From every shoreline to every park swing, and we are just getting started. 50 years down, forever to go. Happy Independence, Bahamas. From the Bahamas Public Parks and Public Beaches Authority.
All right, welcome back to continuing coverage of the 2023 Bahamas Games. We're going to head back to softball in just a few minutes, but right now we have Fabian Whymns with us. He competed in the very first and second Bahamas Games. We were talking a little bit about track and field. What do you think is going to be the marquee event these next 3 days? Or the event that you're really looking forward to watching?
You're a sprinter. I must say the 100 and 200 because again, senior athletes, I would hope that the ones who probably wasn't choose for Nassau or Freeport will go and represent other family islands. So we have more athletes competing in those events. So I'll say the 1, 2, and 4. I'll have to stick with that.
All right, now I'm going to call you out on this, but we talk about how the Bahamas is only a sprinting country. We don't have anybody who's run beyond the 4 at any consistency. Do you think that we have this marquee thought of, well, it's only the 1, the 2, and the 4, and to heck with everything else, where there are a lot of exciting races, performances in the 8, in the 15, the 3,000, events like that?
Yeah, I think is preparing. What happened is that, I think what I hear is that some of the kids, you just put them in the event without preparing them for that event. And if you put somebody in the 1500 and the mile, and they never trained for that, they can think about how long it is and how much it's going to hurt. But if you prepare them for those events, let's say from September, and they don't compete until February, they're better prepared. And they're not less afraid to compete. And that's why a lot of kids want to run the 1 and 2. And some of the kids in those events don't belong there, but they're not prepared for the other events.
So I don't want to put words in your mouth. Are you saying that it's easier to run the 1, 2, and 4 than it is to run the 8, 50, and 3,000?
It's easier to be prepared, or they say it's not as much pain because it's a shorter distance. When you got to go on the track 4 times or 12 times and so forth, you got to get physically and mentally prepared for that. And that's why training comes in. So we got to find a way to get the coaches to prepare the kids months in advance, sometimes even years in advance for those events. because those events hurt. And me being a sprinter, I usually run a mile or 2 miles or 3 miles in practice, preparing for the 1 and 2. But that comes from coaching. My coach had me doing that. And if you don't educate the kids why they need to do certain things, they ain't gonna do it because they don't want to pain. But if you tell them, listen, if you could run the guy you run the 1 and 2, if you run the 400 meters, that can help you in the 1 and 2.
Right.
If you run the 800 meters, that can help you in the 400. Explain to them why you want them to do it. More will do it. And then again, some might like it when they find out how good they're doing in those events.
You really thinking like that?
Yeah, they can like it. They can like
that
it. But
2000?
But I went to school with 5 guys who almost had a world record in the 5,000. So I watched them train. And their lifestyle is different. You know, most of them from Africa.
Right.
And they used to run to school and run home.
Right.
So their body more prepared. And again, if you explain to the kids what to do and how and why they're doing it, then it becomes more easy for them. And I think the problem is, again, we put them in an event and they ain't prepared for it.
All right, so again, track starts tomorrow. They start with some of the very first events starting in the afternoon, the 400s, the 15 and the 1 finals, the 1500 finals as well. And the 4x1s get started tomorrow in the afternoon session. That'll be the first session starting at about 5 o'clock. I'll probably see you out there, hopefully.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Definitely. So again, from the first Bahamas Games, Fabian Whymns joins us here as we get ready for a track that kicks off tomorrow. But we're going to head back over to Bakersfield, where Long Island is now on defense, taking on Michael at the bottom of the second. Third.
Batting in a nice spot.
Fouled
Gets
off.
a piece of it. Nothing in 1. Bottom of the 3rd inning. 2-0 ball game in favor of the Sheep Runners. Davis. And fouled away again. 2 strikes. So Hannah finds himself 0-2 against Thomas Davis, his counterpart. Looks like Thomas went to the barber boy. That beard looking sharp. Fouls it away and out of play. Third baseman gave it a look, couldn't quite get there.
Cheetah Miller making a hustle on that one.
There's Mr. Tommy Guns. That ain't what his mama named him. She named him Thomas Davis. 0-2. And here's the pitch. Gets him on the drop ball, and that will do what it was intended to do, which is rack up another strikeout for Thomas Davis. Hannah's talking to himself on the way back to the dugout.
That will bring up the Kyle Rule.
Top of the order again. This is Canton Chase actually coming in.
Canton Chase.
So here's Canton Chase for his second at bat. He reached on an error his last time up. After the shortstop couldn't come up with it cleanly. And he waves at strike 1.
And these guys are really swinging the bat, and at this point, you just need to focus on making contact. The kind of speed the ball is coming with is going to do something. You just need to make the contact. That one is low for a ball.
1-1. So early last year, right after the COVID thing, we took a team to Fort Myers, Florida, to play fast pitch, and Thomas threw batting practice for us, and he threw a couple of fastballs by me. And I said, dude, this is batting practice. He said, you're going to talk about me on the radio.
Yeah.
So,
he's making sure you're ready. Making sure you're ready.
You ain't going to tell nobody on TV that you are. And that is strike 2.
He's disappointed in that swing. He didn't really want to go for that.
Yeah, he wanted to hold up. Rodney Forbes, who had a hit his last time up, waiting on deck. Davis right now concentrating on Kenton Chase, trying to finish him off. Puts it in play. Third baseman fires in time for the out. 2 gone.
Cheetah Miller on third base has been having a pretty good defensive game so far. Making
Mr. Smile,
stops.
okay, that's his nickname. Okay, I like it. Your daddy's up. Boy, you smile too much, man. Showing your teeth all the time. What you always smiling for?
So Sheeprunner is now playing for 1 in the bottom of the third.
And here's Rodney Forbes looking to stay hot. He's 1 for 1. Boy, he was way out front of the changeup. You got to laugh at that one. He was all geared up for the fastball, and Davis pulled the string. He's holding his back on that one. That'll do a little something to you. Thomas laughing as well. Everybody's having a good time after that pitch. He came out of his shoes. He was thinking fastball, ready to jump all over it. Good call by the catcher and a good execution by Thomas Davis to throw the changeup in that situation. He's still laughing.
He nearly ended up to first base on the swing.
Wow. Well, that puts it in your mind, that's for sure. You got to stay back on the fastball now after the changeup.
Definitely.
I'll throw him another one here. Why not? Throws the fastball, and this time he was ready for it. So he's gearing up for the fastball. Forbes got pretty quick hands. I'd be tempted to throw him another changeup here off the plate. Nothing that he can get his bat on.
I think he's confused as to what's going to happen on the pitch.
Right, because it's in his head now.
It's definitely there.
And he goes with the fastball, and that one came off the umpire's foot. He's got no plate shoes on. This is one of those times.
He's going to run that one off.
Yeah, and he'll regret not having those plate shoes on, that's for sure. That's a bad decision. And I understand why he doesn't wear them, but it's very hot, and those shoes with the steel toes can get pretty warm. But those are why, this reason right here is why you wear them. And I can tell you, does not feel good when you get it off the foot like that. Yeah, that's going to take a minute to walk that one off. I have felt that feeling. He knows. Look, he's like,
the top
give
of the
the
head.
catcher a whack on the head. Listen, you got to catch that thing.
Catch these balls.
Here's what happens too as an umpire. You get hit like that, the next ball is down low in the dirt, you're going to pull that foot out of the way. And he drives it to the outside and drops in for another hit. And I told you, he's got some good speed. Hannah,
absolutely.
A double.
Great way to recover after the missed swing on the changeup.
Yeah.
Putting that one out there and a gap for right field.
Yeah, is it more? I want that more down is what Bethel's telling him right now. I want that pitch more down. He missed his spot and Rodney Forbes makes him pay. So they got a runner at second in scoring position now for Dino Sweeting. Struck out his last at bat.
Here comes the pitch. Strike on the outside.
And Rodney off and running on the pass ball. You got to be careful with him. He's got the speed. He'll take off and try to score on anything that gets by the catcher in this situation now. 2 outs. If you're Tommy, that kind of now it takes away what you can do as a pitcher because you want to throw that drop ball, but you don't want to let it get away from the catcher either. 1-1.
That one
puts it in play. Shortstop can't field it.
That'll be
That's the second time that's happened, and the run comes in as a result.
E6.
Second time the shortstop unable to come up cleanly with one. And it results in a run now as Michael on the board.
They're going to have a talk with him, like, what's going on out there? So that's Dino Sweeting now over on first base for Michael.
There's Sidney Neely now.
Coming to the plate.
Neely also struck out his last time up. We'll see if he's able to put it in play here as Michael looks to keep this inning alive here in the bottom of the third. 2-1 game now as Michael breaks through for their first run.
That one.
Sweeting. Round of the third. And again, they can't feel it cleanly, so. Oh, and they throw it away. Dino Sweeting up and running. They throw the third, not in time.
This guy ever get tired? He's just running around the bases.
And now they're still talking about it. The runner advances to second. Falling asleep on the base pads.
They're going to send him back to first.
Maybe they call timeout. I think the runner asked for time after he slid into third. So the runner at third base asked for time, and that stopped the play. So he has to go back to first.
Great heads-up base running by Sidney Neely there. Try and advance to second.
So a chance now to tie this game if you're Mike Cal. Here's the Kyle roll. Check swing strikeout his last at bat. And we had all that motion. And he drives it to the right side, stumbles out of the batter's box, and foul.
Whoa.
Just kind of threw the bat at that one.
These guys are just trying to get out of the box as quick as possible, and they're moving ahead of themselves and tripping up and
leaving their feet behind. That's what happened. So a strike on roll now, and the defense, I'd imagine, should shift more toward the line. They're not pulling him. Everything, all the hits have come to the right side. A couple of soft rollers to the shortstop, but other than that, it has been most of the balls, because of the velocity of Thomas Davis' fastball, have gone more towards second base and the right field. Imagine the shortstop telling the pitcher right now, my bad, dude, I'd let you down.
Now he has to throw more pitches, and it's only at the bottom of the third inning.
Roll. Just throwing the bat out there.
Well, here we see
hoping for something good.
They're able to make contact now. Maybe they're after getting a few looks at Gunn's pitch, they're now making things happen in the batter's box, even if it's foul.
Yeah, just making contact, right?
Making contact.
That does a lot for the confidence. Nothing in two. The runner scoots on down to second base. A little trash talking going on. Runner at third. Say, throw it then. I'm coming to you. Oh, Dino Sweeting let in the catcher. Garfield Bethel, no. And that's Charlie with the catcher, running for the catcher there. That's Charlie Mortimer. Just saw him playing baseball. Yes, misses with that drop ball. He wanted to
bring it up.
I says, bring it up. Let me do it. I'll show you what I told you. He likes to talk a little trash. That's what you like, You
absolutely.
A little back and forth is good for the soul. 2-2 count to the Kyle roll as Thomas Davis trying to pitch out of a jam. And he gets him swinging for strike 3. Back to the dugout, they say.
And 2 runners on base. They are unable to do anything with it just now. That was a big inning for them to try and come out on top.
But they do get a run, though, so it's they cut it in half, 2-1. That's got to feel a little good. A chance now to say you're back in this ball game. 2 runs, not a whole lot, although with the pitching the way it has been, runs have been hard to come by, as we've seen. And then now we'll see if Long Island can respond as they come back up to the plate. We move to the top of the 4th inning. Charlie Mortimer is going to stay in the game. He's going to head on out into the outfield area.
All right, Marcellus Hall and Rico Knowles with the call at Bankers Field for men's softball. Right now, it is Mike Howell up 2-1 on Long Island there. We're going to swing it over now to basketball, where the ladies have started competition at the Kendall Isaacs Gym today. It's New Providence taking on Grand Bahama. New Providence in the red, Grand Bahama in the blue. Grand Bahama, perennial favorite for basketball. Let's see how well they're going to perform here. 7 minutes to go in the 2nd inning. New Providence up, though, real quick, 15-9. So we'll see how this plays out. Let's head over to the Kendall Isaacs Gym for the call.
In early foul trouble. Living at the line here early in this first half.
They have to convert, though, if they want to chip into this lead. It'll be very important to hit these shots with the clock stop. There you go, another miss.
And unable to convert on that one.
At the looks like a platoon swap now for New Providence. Yep. Looks like everybody's coming out. Tavia Brandon in, Alicia Kelly.
Harrison will check back in,
Chantel
playing with 2 fouls.
Brittany Harrison. So let's see what happens.
Bethel inbounds it to Kelly. Kelly Green takes it away. Finally gets the handle on it. Over to Stubbs, baseline J.
And it's
rolls
good.
In. Defense from Green, and Stubbs with her 2nd field goal cuts this deficit to just 3. Kelly on drive to the baseline, out of control, doesn't get the whistle. Barr rebounds it. They get it over the timeline. And they find
Good pass. Good pass. Harrison was laboring getting down the floor. And Wild Goose sprinted down the floor and got right to the basket.
Nobody gets back on defense. And it's an easy 2, probably the easiest 2 of the game Wild Goose is going to see. This lead is now 1. 7-0 run for Grand Bahama. Looks for Harrison inside.
That's absolutely. She shuffled those feet.
Another turnover for New Providence. Grand Bahama with a chance to take their first lead. Stubbs looking for Alton on the perimeter. Drives baseline. Floater no good, but Barr is there for the rebound.
Wide open shot, and it looks good.
Green with that jumper from the free throw line gives GB their first lead.
Alia Green. Good defense there by Wild Goose once again on Harrison. And Wild Goose is wide open back door for the 2nd time and run. I can see it coming. Wild Goose.
They're going to call an offensive foul.
Oh, my goodness.
Offensive foul. I thought thought she was going to take the roof off of the gym with that one. And right now she is trying to understand why she gets called.
Wow.
For that offensive foul. I don't know about
that one, Ronaldo. You climb my back. I have an obligation to protect myself.
Nevertheless, though, a 9-0 run for Grand Bahama has given them a 16-15 lead at the 5:20 mark here in the second quarter. Lago still doesn't understand. She has a team of coaches just trying to
get her
under control.
Down.
Yeah.
But that one, I don't know.
So there you have it right now, Grand Bahama and New Providence going at it in women's basketball. Grand Bahama on the tough end of a call there. They're taking a timeout to regroup after that. Let's regroup and head back over to softball, where Mical and Long Island are in full deadlock right now at 2-1, top of the fourth. Long Island at the plate.
The pitch, that's a strike.
Yeah, this is Gita Miller now, a chance to drive in a run. Just got to make some contact here. You got nobody out. Anything in play should score the run here, other than a pop up to the infield. And it takes the ball, 1-1. Cartwright's got to be careful not to be too aggressive. He's already at third base. Don't try and score on anything unless it goes. If it gets away from the catch, you got to bounce more towards that first base side if you're going to take that chance. Other than that, you're staying put.
I love the colors of Mical's uniform.
Yeah, I like the uniforms. That's
unique.
Yeah. Well, you know, they got the pink for the flamingos, you know, from Managua, yeah. A little gray in there. And that one gets away now. He thought it broke too late. Cartwright was not ready to go. Might have been a close play anyway, so I think he wisely stays put.
And with no out, there's no hurry to get across the plate. You can let your batters come up and see if they can bring you in.
1-1. Changing shifts for the scores keepers.
Absolutely.
That one hard hit. Through for the base hit. Run scores. So a lot of work all of a sudden for Harry and Seymour out there in left field. He's limping a bit.
And you never know how that dirt may have affected his run.
You know what? That's true. It's very deep. The sand is bogging. It's like playing in sand out there in left field. So a good hit there for Gita Miller. And now here's Gino Hadley, designated player. The DP now at the plate. Still nobody out. And strike one. Sidney Thomas. And fouls it away. And they'll start to see the ball.
Absolutely.
Off the hands of Hannah now.
We're seeing some balls put out there in the outfield.
Yes, sir. They have settled in. They've seen him a couple of times and jumping all over the fastballs now. They have to mix it up a bit if you want to keep this thing where it is. 3 runs have scored for Long Island. 2-0 count. Well, 0-2 count. Takes strike 3, and that's going to do it for him.
It's a good pitch to get him out there.
Got him looking. And now with one gone, Levano Cartwright comes up to the plate. So here is Levano Cartwright. And that's going to drop for a base hit. Oh, no, the center fielder makes a nice play. And they're going to double him up. Almost. Does barely get back. What a good play from Rodney. Rodney Forbes came in. We seen some good outfield play from this Mike Cal team. I thought that was going to drop in for sure. But Rodney Forbes comes in, makes a nice play, and they almost get the double play. As Jeter Miller was pretty sure it was going to drop as well. He was all the way to second base. Had to turn around and get back there. 2 gone now, though, for Blake Carroll. And that one's going to get inside on him, and the runner's going to head on down to second.
Umpire quickly moving out of the way behind that one.
As Hannah going back to the mound now. Runner over at second base, advancing on the pass ball. 2 outs, 3-1 ball game. Long Island up front. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike. A little nod of agreement that by Cartwright. I can take that. Blake Carroll, sorry.
That one's a strike. Okay.
Blake Carroll now. Calls for time and gets it. And here comes the 0-1 pitch from Hannah. Misses for a ball. He wants to come out and have a word with his pitcher here. I think there might have been some miscommunications where that pitch was. 1-1.
They don't want to make any more mistakes at this point and bring in another run and get this, cause this game to be out of control for them and make them work harder to go into the bottom of the 4th.
You got a challenge if you're Hannah. You just got to come after him at this point. Don't want to give in. Dante Cartwright waiting on deck. Here's the pitch. Little blooper to the shortstop, and he can't field it cleanly. So the inning will continue here. a lot of back and forth. Some of these guys, they play each other a lot here in the New Providence Softball Association, so they're not unfamiliar with each other. And so there is some rivalry going on. Make no mistake, there'll be some bragging rights at the end of this thing.
Both teams obviously want this game. And
oh yes,
that
indeed.
Right there, a big play blown with 2 outs. That should have been the side.
But some of that too. This infield does not play fast at all. It's deep out there, so the ball hits the ground. It doesn't really necessarily roll. It just kind of stays put. We're seeing a lot of injuries, but that's when it's led to misplays of the ball because you anticipate a spin or at least a movement, but it's just sticking in there. It's almost like a sand pit if you're a golfer. Grounded through for a base hit. Isaac Fox. That's Dante Cartwright. And just does get back into third base. 4-1 now, Long Island.
And listen, this entire...
I dare say stadium. Most of this crowd seems to be Long Island.
Absolutely.
They got a good fan base here.
Just came alive.
4-1 the score now. Long Island adding on.
It's nothing anyone can do at this point. They've just been making contact and being able to put the ball into play from Hannah.
You see the manager come out to have a word, trying to settle his guys down. You just need the 1 out is what he's saying. We're still in this ball game.
I think at this time he needs to try and add some pitches to his repertoire. I don't know if he has it, but
yeah, but that's true.
They're throwing fastballs so consistently. They're getting a good look at it.
Yeah, they've seen everything you've got now. They know they don't have to worry about a drop ball, a rise, or anything else. It's just coming straight at me. It's just a matter of timing it up. If it's across the plate, you're good. You're good. And now the hitter coming into play. That's Isaac Fox, by the way, who had that last hit. I think he's actually perfect on the day. He's 3 for 3. And here is Darrell Weeks. Strike one. Weeks looking for his first hit. Here's a good look at Fox over there at second. Having himself a game today. Weeks with 2 out. Asks for time. Nothing in 1. The count to Darrell Weeks. Hannah trying to get out of this inning. And that's going to be driven to the right side and
Good
makes the catch.
Hopping catch right there.
Wow, boy, that was Charlie Mortimer making a nice play out there in the outfield to record the out. We will move to the top of the 5th inning. Is that the bottom of the inning right there? But a couple of nice plays in the outfield stops the bleeding. And now Mike Cal with some work to do, trailing by 3 runs here.
And Hannah, not to blame, but kudos to Long Island. They've just been able to make contact and get the ball into play and bring in the runs for this team. And now they're leading this game. And Mike Cal has some work to do if they want to win this game.
Yeah, they have not shown the ability to put up a lot of runs against Thomas Davis here, who's back on the mound with a 3-run cushion. Running out of innings, too. He only played 5. So it's getting down to nitty-gritty time here.
So because Long Island has last at bat, this is Mike Cal's final attempt.
Yeah, they gotta do it. It's now or never.
It's now or never for them.
It is now or never.
So pitcher Tommy Davis is looking to come out here and get a quick 1-2-3 as he did early on in the innings of this game. And we'll see if he can make that happen.
Coming up next, we have the Grand Bahama ladies up against the Columbus Isles. One can only hope it's every bit as entertaining as the game we're witnessing right now.
Absolutely. Arian Seymour stepping to the plate for Mike Cal. Let's see what he does against this dangerous pitcher, Davis.
This is Arian Seymour at the plate now, facing off against Thomas Davis. He'll take ball 1. Now, Seymour did get a hit last time up. He's also made a nice defensive play out there in left field. Might have saved another run. He's had a busy afternoon. Davis, let's fly. Grounded to second base to throw to first base, and he's going to be safe.
Safe. They took their time getting the ball over to first.
You got to remember, it's only there. I like the hustle by Seymour, though.
Absolutely. To beat the throw.
What was the second baseman thinking? He comes up with it and kind of lobs it over there, not understanding, I guess. Maybe he's a baseball player, thinking it's 90 feet.
An easy 4-3, but nope.
Yeah, I mean, hard hit ball. He should have been able to throw him out easily. As it is, and now they got a base runner. You saw Thomas shake his head there. He's like, what? Jordan Gibson now. This actually is not Jordan Gibson. Interestingly enough, it says it should be Jordan Gibson, but instead
it's number 10.
Maybe a pinch hitter. I don't have a number 10 in front of me. Interesting. All right.
That one.
Rounder right back to Thomas. Pitcher. They'll try to get one. They'll get the lead runner. And Seymour race. Good heads-up play by Thomas to go down to second base with that one. better throw, they might have had a chance of turning 2. So apparently they might have taken Jordan Gibson out of the ball game. I didn't see that happen, but we'll find out more later. Doesn't matter, he's out anyway. So we'll see.
So Long Island playing for 2 now to bring an end to this game.
So here's Kieran Sands.
That's low for a ball.
So Mike Cal's made some substitutions. Now pass ball, the runner goes down to second. Trying to make a bit of a comeback here.
Ooh, good pitch.
That's inside for a ball. First at bat now, we're facing off against Thomas Davis. He's got a little gray on the chin, so he's a veteran. That's a strike. Says yes, indeed. You know, shake your head. Yep. Not with appreciation. And now get back in and try to make some contact. Nobody out. Runner at second base. Well, actually, there should be one away on the force at second.
Force at second.
Boy, he was way late on the fastball there. He was well behind on that one.
Fans are telling him he's playful back.
Yeah. Listen, you cannot be thin-skinned, and strike 3, down he goes. Listen, you cannot be thin-skinned and play this game. These fans will tell you all about it.
He's playful.
Oh, my goodness.
So 2 out now, and Tommy Guns will look to end this game by sending this batter back to the dugout. We'll see what happens. 1-0 the count.
And this is Hannah.
Pitcher against pitcher. Strike.
Boy, that one rolled right in on his hands there for a strike. Quickly 0-2. And this could be last chance for romance if you're Mike Cal. You got to get it done here. Clock winding down to the final 40 seconds, so it is indeed time on time. Speaking of time, he asked for time. Now settles back in. He knows he represents the final out.
And
does not offer.
Ball.
Thomas put a little something extra on that fastball. Trying to finish this game right here, right now.
I think he's going to try and end it with the changeup. We'll see what happens.
You know what? I would do that.
We'll see what happens now.
You got him. You know he's thinking fastball here. Pull the string. Boom! It goes it right by him. Fast up. Fast. He fouls it away. I think that might have got the umpire a little bit off the shoulder pad. He's been he took a beating in this one. Yeah.
This game.
When he gets up here in this booth, he's going to tell us all about it.
The 1-2 pitch by Davis.
And did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 3, ball game over. Good ball game, but Long Island comes out on top 4-1. They take down Mike Cal. Thomas Davis goes the distance for the win. And the Sheep Runners now 2-0. In men's division play. We are seeing some good softball here at the ballpark. Good matchup there between Long Island and Mike Cal. Mike Cal gave it a run, but the pitching just too good for the Sheep Runners. We're going to see if we can get a word with Long Island as Danico has made his way down to the field. We had the manager on earlier. Maybe he could grab one of the players. Maybe Thomas or somebody would be good as opposed to grabbing the coach this time. We'll see. Well, you can see the crowd is here at the ballpark. Softball is in full swing. So he's got apparently Thomas Davis. Thomas Davis is ready to go down to the field in just a few short moments here. Let's go right now to Romiko, who is standing by. What's up, bro?
I'm here with the head coach for Long Island Sheep Runners, Marty Fox. You guys played a game earlier today, beat Grand Bahama, come out now, and you beat this team. Now you're 2 wins in. What's the feeling right now?
We're feeling pretty good right now. We wanted to win these first 2, and thought we want to win the first 3, so we're going to work on that. You know, the guys came out. The bat's finally coming alive. We needed that. You know, we needed some more offense, so the bat's finally coming alive. So we're feeling better. We're feeling pretty good.
And your pitcher, Thomas Davis, obviously a secret weapon for this game. They couldn't do nothing with him until the late innings. Was that the strategy?
Yeah, Thomas came out on cue today, too, so, you know, and G-Money behind the plate, he's holding on to the pitches, so we're feeling pretty good right now.
So obviously you're thinking you're going to the final rounds on this one?
Like I said earlier, that's the plan.
Thank you so much, Coach. Coach Marty Fox, head coach for Long Island Sheep Runners. Now we have another game that's prepared to play. I think Columbus Owls is taking on Grand Bahama next. That's going to be another exciting matchup, so stay tuned for that one. Back to you, Marcellus.
All right, thanks a lot, Romiko, as again another victory for this Long Island Sheep Runners team. They are setting themselves up as one of the teams to beat here in these men's divisions of the Bahama Games. But there is still a lot of softball to be played, and things can change in a hurry. Let's go back to the station real quick. We'll come back. We have more softball to come, actually, right after this news break. The news is up next. We'll return to action here at the Bahamas Games right after.
All right, Marcellus, thank you so much. We are getting ready for news at the top of the hour at 7 o'clock. But again, Long Island takes out Mike Cal 4-1. Strong arm there from Thomas Davis. He started off very strong. They could not be stopped. Got a little tired there in that 3rd and 4th inning, but was able to pull it off, the 4-1 win. Apparently, they already beat Grand Bahama earlier. They're getting ready for Columbus Owls and Grand Bahama women there at Bankers Field to get started very soon, that we will understand. But Thomas Davis, a beast out there today for Long Island. Long Island generally a perennial favorite in softball. The anticipation is a matchup between Long Island and possibly Eleuthera in that men's final, or at least a medal round. For those two will be fireworks there at Bankers Field. Again, I'm still here at the studio with Fabian Whymns, running in the very first Bahamas Games back in 1989. Like we said, we're getting ready for track and field. And again, we're hoping that we're going to see a diamond in the rough there.
Yes, I agree. Excited about it. And I think that we're going to see some new people shine this year. Especially in the men, high jump, I'm looking forward to. Good competition.
You talk about men's high jump. We didn't even get to the field events. High jump has been a strong event for us here in the Bahamas for quite some time.
Yes.
Triple jump, we've had Levan Sands, Frank Rutherford, who has been phenomenal for us. Frank, the first Bahamian to win an Olympic medal for the Bahamas in track and field back in '92. So we've had success there. We just need to find a way to duplicate it. And do you think that this is where we start to find that duplication?
Yes, we could. I think it's more athletes getting more involved in the sport. And the young lady from Tennessee in women's triple jump, she's standing this year. And it'd be nice to see her compete against tomorrow in the triple jump.
All right, so we've got a lot going on tomorrow in track and field. The 400 time finals, the 1500 finals as well, with the 100 heats, along with, like you said, javelin for under 17 boys, shot put for under 17 girls, triple jump for under 17 girls, high jump for women, under 17 boys, for discus, shot put for open women, triple jump for open women, the high jump for under 17 girls, and discus, open men, and long jump for under 17 girls. A full slew of sports tomorrow. We're going to head over now for the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Be back here right after news as we have continuing coverage of Bahamas Games 2023.
You're watching the ZNS Network.